the government has officially approved Gatwick Airport's second runway, marking a pivotal moment in the history of British aviation. This decision is set to reshape the UK's aviation landscape for decades to come, opening up new possibilities for travel, trade, and economic growth. For years, a fierce debate has raged between those championing economic ambition and those urging environmental responsibility. Now, after countless studies, consultations, and public outcry, expansion has won out, at least for now. But this isn't just about laying down more tarmac, it's a bold statement about the future of travel, the movement of goods, and how we balance progress with our planet's needs. Gatwick's decade-long campaign for expansion has finally paid off, transforming it from a single-runway powerhouse into a two-runway international hub. The promise is clear: more flights, more destinations, and a significant boost to the local and national economy. The airport expects a surge in passengers, with millions more people passing through its gates each year, connecting Britain to the world like never before. For many, this is a powerful sign that Britain is open for business, ready to seize new global opportunities and determined to remain a key player on the world stage. But for others, it's a step backward. Expanding aviation as the climate crisis intensifies feels like a contradiction, one that raises tough questions about our priorities and responsibilities. The roar of more jet engines signals progress and prosperity to some, but to others, it's the sound of environmental compromise, increased noise, and a future clouded by carbon emissions. This approval sets the stage for a new chapter, one that will galvanize both supporters and opponents, sparking fresh debates and renewed activism. The coming years will be defined by massive construction projects, promises of economic growth, passionate community reactions, and ongoing environmental challenges that will test the resolve of all involved. In the end, it all comes down to one question: what price are we willing to pay for progress, and who gets to decide what that future looks like? To grasp the impact of this decision, we need to understand Gatwick today. It's the world's most efficient single-runway airport, handling millions of passengers and flights with precision. Despite having two runways, only one can operate at a time due to safety regulations. This bottleneck limits growth, restricts new routes, and leaves little room for error or expansion. On busy days, the schedule is packed, and any disruption can cause widespread delays. Supporters argue that without a second runway, Gatwick will stagnate and lose out to European rivals. The airport's efficiency is impressive, but it highlights its limitations. The system is maxed out, with no resilience for the future. The second runway isn't just about growth, it's about reliability and securing Gatwick's place in a competitive global market. The case for expansion is as much about survival as it is about ambition. The Northern Runway project is a smart, targeted expansion designed to unlock Gatwick's full potential without the need for massive new construction. It's a forward-thinking approach that balances growth with efficiency, aiming to meet the rising demand for air travel in the coming decades. Instead of building a completely new runway from scratch, Gatwick will shift its existing northern runway just 12 meters to the north. This precise adjustment is enough to allow both runways to operate at the same time, a move that maximizes the use of existing infrastructure while minimizing environmental impact and disruption. This seemingly small change unlocks a huge leap in capacity. Flight movements could increase dramatically, from 280,000 to 380,000 per year. That's an extra 100,000 flights annually, opening up more destinations and travel opportunities for millions of passengers. The main runway will be dedicated to handling larger, long-haul aircraft, while the northern runway will serve smaller, short-haul planes. This division of traffic will streamline operations, reduce delays, and improve the overall passenger experience. With these changes, passenger numbers could soar from 46 million today to as many as 75 million by the late 2030s. That's nearly doubling the airport's current capacity, making Gatwick one of the busiest and most important airports in Europe. The plan doesn't stop at runways. It also includes new terminals, expanded aircraft stands, and improved road access, all designed to make journeys smoother and more convenient. The goal is to transform Gatwick into a top-tier global airport ready for the future. The target is ambitious: dual runway operations by 2029. Construction is already underway, with teams working around the clock to meet this deadline and deliver a world-class facility. The expansion is expected to create 14,000 new jobs on site, from engineers to hospitality staff, and boost employment across the region. It's a major investment in people as well as infrastructure. For local communities, the promise of new jobs, economic growth, and greater prosperity is a powerful incentive. The project aims to bring lasting benefits to the region, supporting families and local businesses alike. Gatwick's vision is clear: a bigger, busier, and more prosperous future, with the airport at the heart of regional and national growth for years to come. Gatwick's supporters tout the economic boost. Billions injected into the UK economy, not just from construction, but from long-term trade, tourism, and business growth. The airport's expansion is seen as a catalyst for regional development, with increased passenger numbers expected to drive spending in local communities and across the country. As more travellers pass through Gatwick, the surrounding area could see a surge in demand for services, accommodation, and entertainment, further multiplying the economic benefits. The expansion is entirely privately funded, no taxpayer money required, a key factor in winning political support. This approach means the financial risk is shouldered by investors, not the public, making it an attractive proposition for government and local authorities alike. Private investment also signals confidence in the airport's future and the broader UK economy. The airport will finance the project through its own revenues and private investment, a model seen as a win-win. This self-sustaining funding structure allows Gatwick to grow without diverting public funds from other essential services, while also attracting global investors eager to be part of the UK's infrastructure story. The creation of 14,000 new jobs is central, spanning everything from pilots to retail and construction. These roles will not only support the airport's daily operations, but also provide long-term career opportunities for local residents, helping to reduce unemployment and boost household incomes in the region. The ripple effect will benefit hotels, taxis, supply chains, and local shops. Local businesses stand to gain from increased foot traffic and demand for goods and services, while suppliers and logistics companies will see new contracts and growth opportunities. Supporters argue this is vital for the UK's post-Brexit competitiveness, opening new markets and supporting global trade. With the UK forging new trade relationships, Gatwick's expanded capacity could help British companies reach customers and partners around the world more efficiently. More flights to emerging markets could give British exporters direct access to new customers. This increased connectivity is expected to make UK goods and services more competitive on the global stage, supporting economic growth and innovation. The expansion is framed as a tool for global Britain, keeping the country connected and open for business. By strengthening links with international partners, Gatwick aims to reinforce the UK's reputation as a global hub for commerce, travel, and investment. The economic argument is about scale, opportunity, and national importance. Gatwick's growth is positioned as a strategic move to secure the UK's future prosperity, ensuring the nation remains competitive, resilient, and ready to seize new opportunities in a rapidly changing world. Gatwick's previous expansion plans were blocked by concerns over noise and transport. This time, the airport has pledged to use quieter aircraft, steeper flight paths, and a legally binding noise envelope to limit overall noise. On transport, Gatwick promises major investment in public transit, aiming for 60% of passengers to arrive by train or bus. Plans include more frequent trains and better bus links to ease pressure on local roads. These commitments were crucial in securing government approval. Whether these measures will satisfy residents and environmental groups remains to be seen. For now, Gatwick has convinced authorities it can expand sustainably. The expansion's human cost is real. Some homes near the new boundary will be lost to compulsory purchase. Gatwick offers generous compensation, 125% of market value, plus moving costs and noise insulation grants for affected neighbours. But for many, money can't replace a lost home or peace and quiet. Residents worry about more noise, disrupted sleep, and the loss of community character. Local services, housing, schools, healthcare will face new pressures from an influx of workers and families. Councils question whether infrastructure can keep up. The airport's growth will reshape communities across Sussex and Surrey for years to come. Environmental groups and local campaigners fiercely oppose the second runway, calling it a climate failure. Their argument: more flights mean more emissions, undermining the UK's climate commitments. Groups like Communities Against Gatwick Noise and Emissions are preparing legal challenges, seeking a judicial review. Concerns go beyond carbon. Air pollution, loss of green spaces, and threats to wildlife are all at stake. Critics say the economic benefits are overstated and environmental costs ignored. The Green Party calls the decision a climate crime, urging investment in sustainable transport instead. The battle lines are drawn, aviation industry versus environmental movement. The fight will play out in courts and public debate. Gatwick's second runway approval highlights the clash between economic growth and environmental protection. Supporters see jobs, investment, and a stronger UK. Critics see a betrayal of climate promises. Legal challenges are looming and the project will face intense scrutiny at every stage. Gatwick must deliver on its promises for noise, transport, and sustainability. The debate is bigger than an airport. It's about our values and the world we want to build. Can technology and sustainable fuels offset aviation's climate impact, or is less flying the only answer? Gatwick's new runway is a symbol of this crossroads. Where we stand on this issue will help define our legacy.